Worms are awesome little creatures that do so much for our environment, and they can break down our food scraps and create awesome soil that we get to use for our garden or our plants, whatever we choose. Hi, my name is Alexis, and this is my friend Nina. And today we're going to be making a compost bin, and we're going to be using worms. So this whole process is called vermicomposting, and it's especially good for apartments because the worms help along the process. So what we'll need is a rubber bin like this, a drill to drill in holes for air, and we'll need old newspaper or cardboard for the bedding, and then we'll also need food scraps, which is the food for the worms. The worms need 4 things to live. Do you know what they are?
Dirt, soil, air,
yes.
water, and sun. No.
Sun, no. They'll dry up. But air is one of the things that they do need, and that's what we're going to start with. So you have your home here, and it's very important that there are air holes going along the sides because, one, the worms need air to breathe, and also it'll keep your compost bin from smelling really bad and gross. So what you'll do is you'll just get a drill, any kind of drill like this, and you want to have a kind of a smaller bit, and you're just going to drill 1 inch down from the top, and you're going to go all the way around. Okay, so we just drilled all the holes, and this will be their new home, and as you can see, all the holes go around. Voila. So next is bedding. We need to make bedding for them. You could use old newspaper like we have here, cardboard from toilet paper or paper towels, whichever. You can even use paper from a package. Yeah, so it's just paper, so you could use it. And what you'll do is shred, and you want to go with the grain, or else it'll be complicated. Woo! Okay, the next thing that's really important for worms to have is water. If it's too dry, they'll dry up. If it's too wet, they'll drown. So it's really important to have that balance. So what we're gonna do now is you're just gonna take like a handful like this, and you're just gonna dunk it and squeeze it just like a sponge, like that. And then again, air is really important. Air circulation, so you're just gonna kind of spread it like this and cover the bottom layer of their home. Once the bedding looks like this, voila! Next is to put the worms in their new home. So you could buy worms anywhere online. A pound of worms is typically 1,000, which is what we have here. And you want to make sure you get red wigglers. These worms are best for composting because they actually eat their body weight within 24 hours. So
awesome.
So yeah, because you have 1,000 worms, you're gonna be feeding them ½ pound a day. So let's go ahead and put them in there. The last step is feeding them. So you can feed them anything organic. We have orange peels here. You have to be really careful with citrus. Too much acid is bad for them. Just like anybody. Anyone, yeah. So, and you want to make sure that they're in really small pieces. This will help the worms break it down faster, and also it leaves less surface area for any kind of mold to grow. And you want to feed different parts of your compost bin. So like if you feed once a week, you'll put it here, and then the next week you'll put it in this corner, and the next week in this corner. That'll just help you kind of keep track of what's going on. After you put in your food scraps, you're gonna take your dry bedding and you're just gonna put that right on top. This will help keep moisture in.
And the smell out.
And the smell out, yeah, exactly. Worms like dark, cool places. So this will help with the light. They don't like light. And if you're having trouble with your worms, if they're trying to escape, like if you just got your worms, they came in the mail, and you put them in their bin, and they're trying to get out, just for 24 hours, just put a light right on top of them, and they'll just start to burrow. It'll force them to burrow, and they'll get comfortable, and then they'll stay, and then you should be okay. And you want to pick a good place for this. Originally, we were going to put it under this counter here, but we have the dishwasher next to it, we have the coffee, we have the blender, you know, a lot of things are happening here. So we're actually just gonna put it in a different corner in the apartment. So just be aware of those things when picking your place to put your worms. We have our little worm friends that can help us, so let's use them and they can use us, and you know, it's a win-win situation. You know, you get to save paper, you get to save food, you get awesome soil, and you know, because you don't want to waste the food. The food is going to landfills and it's creating massive amounts of methane gas, which is 21 times worse than carbon dioxide, and you know, we don't want that in our earth, so if we can prevent that by doing a simple step in our day, why not? So I hope to see you guys in about 3 to 6 months when this is ready to be harvested. And until then, I hope you get some worms.